Good evening, fellow Kenyans. Today is a day like no other. We are gathered here to give you the NASA dream for the people of Kenya. We know that the challenges that face security in this country are born out of bad governance, poor leadership. Our police force is demoralized, is demotivated, and sometimes end up venting anger on the very people they're supposed to protect. We as NASA are going to ensure, one, that we have an adequate population police ratio to cater for our security. We'll continue with the reforms that the Constitution 2010 envisaged in making a police force turned into a police service that is going to serve the people of this country. We will ensure our policemen and women are not only well trained, but are well paid and are given adequate and proper housing. I do remember when I was a young person at the University of Nairobi, I had an uncle who was a policeman. And every time I visited him, they used to live in structures called uni-huts. And there will be 4 families sharing one round uni-hut separated by a piece of cloth. You do not expect an officer treated like that to go out there and put his entire life at the defense of other Kenyans. This will change with NASA. When we opened this discussion and conversation, you saw a Kenyan from Mandera talking about the challenges of security in that part of the country. Part of the problem is our continuing engagement in our neighboring country, Somalia, without proper strategy. NASA, in collaboration with international partners and regional players, will embark on a phased withdrawal from Somalia to bring back our soldiers to protect the territorial integrity of our nation from our soil and not anywhere else. When our worth competitors came into power, you remember they went around yapping that they were digital. They told Kenyans they will be able to give children laptops without planning on how those laptops will be distributed, stored, or even the teachers to teach the children. The NASA government will ensure, one, that there will be adequate training for ICT teachers for all schools. Number 2, the NASA government, in collaboration with all county governments, will ensure that each and every school has a constructed and properly equipped computer lab from where children will be able to learn the ICT compliant.
In a couple of months.
The only way we can be able to build a nation from childhood with economy that is around
in a couple of months, the
being
stadium
able
in Eldoret
to be
will be
compliant
complete.
with ICT. The NASA government
In Nyeri,
in our plan for the people of Kenya will ensure
I have directed environmental health officers to validate the certificates they have to find out whether they are valid.
Coordination Council.
We are aware that the register of voters cannot be completely rid of deceased persons. However, we are confident that the
This
KIMS
will not
technology,
happen
which
under
we
the
are
NASA
using in
government
this election,
because
provides foolproof
non-governmental
authentication.
organizations play a critical role in partnering with and augmenting government efforts in developing the people of this country. As NASA, we are going to ensure
NTV Tonight
this country
with Gladys Gashanja
has
and Mark
an
Masai.
equitable of development. Imagine what we see in a county like Turkana, where we saw a policeman with a Kalashnikov in a class purporting to teach children because there are no trained teachers there. And at the end of the year, that child has to sit the same exam with a child from Kilimani Junior Academy, from Nairobi Primary, and from the academies around the country. That is confining the children from marginalized areas to permanent poverty, permanent exclusion. We have a system that achieves, and we shall have a system that the people of Kenya will not only have a sense of appreciation, but a sense of ownership, a sense of belonging, and above all, we will be able then to create one big, happy family called Kenya. Long live Kenya.